Gemini, it's EJ with EJ Star Tarot with your weekly reading from August 31st through September 6th, 2020. Let's skip the intro this week and let's just get started. We have two cards already, Gemini. Really good cards. You know, we have the Star and we have the Nine of Coins, which is awesome because when we start out like this is just like we have a lot of hope for our future, right? We have a lot of hope for that, our finances, our jobs, our businesses, whatever it may be. But this is all when we start out, let's just talk about the Star right now. When we start out with the Star, this is like everything is going to go well for us, right? We either are entering a time of healing, a time of recognizing, acknowledgement, planning, having a lot of hope, a lot of faith, right? Really looking towards our dreams, right? Fulfilling our dreams, taking action towards that. So if you've been in a point of stagnation or feeling stuck, like you can't foresee anything happening in your future, anything happening in your business or your career or your job or your finances, this is you changing that energy, right? Because you're healing. This is like you're healing from that pain in the past, you know, the negative energy, the doubt, the fear, the disappointments. You're healing from that, and you're like, you know what, everything is going to go well because I'm changing my mindset. I'm changing what I'm feeling. I'm having faith. I'm being hopeful for the future, right? So you're being more optimistic about this. This also could be an indication of unexpected guidance that comes your way, right? Whether it's spiritual, physical, but there is some kind of guidance that's going to come your way. For a lot of you Geminis that have just kind of like come out of that stagnation where you felt stuck or had no ideas or no clues or no hope, no desire, no determination, you're now feeling a little bit better, right? You're feeling better and you're like, you know what? I know things are going to go. You're taking those first steps and you know things are going to go well for you. And I really feel like you could be reaching out to resources that may be of assistance to you, right? And that's where you get that unexpected guidance towards whether it is trying to find a job, whether it is switching careers, whatever it is, you know, or it could be just spiritual guidance, right? But it is some kind of unexpected guidance that comes your way. Now we have the Nine of Coins. Really good card to come by, right? Especially in the beginning of our reading, because this is all about being successful. This is all about financial fulfillment. This is all about moving towards stability. And it's having that financial independence. But it's only through self-discipline that we can get there, right? So how do we get there? How do we find that self-discipline? Well, here's the Star card telling you in order for you to be successful in having this financial independence, you need to change your mindset and be more hopeful, right? Have more faith. Take that leap and move forward. Take that first step, which, you know, for a lot of us, it could be really acknowledging our situation and knowing that the only way things can change is if we move another direction, right? If you've been hitting a wall, right? If you've been hitting a wall and nothing is happening, that means that you need to acknowledge that, hey, that's not the path for me and I need to go a different direction. Where's my plan B? Where sometimes we need a plan C, right? But we need a plan. So, you know, maybe you've done, you know, I don't know, I'm just going to throw something out there. Maybe you were a medical assistant and now you can't get a job in that industry. What is that second thing that you'd like to do? That is the thing that you probably need to go, you know, take that first steps towards. It's all about finding the thing, being self-disciplined, acknowledging what is for us, and taking that action towards that direction, right? Because if we don't, then how do we know? How do we change our mindset? How do we bring about hope? How do we bring about, you know, change? If we don't do it within ourselves, right? If we don't acknowledge that we are in stagnation, that we are blocked, that we are not able to see past what the reality is, right? So, and then I know a lot of you have been looking for work and have not been successful. You know, same story for me. Because you need to shift gears, including myself, which I've taken that action. So have you taken the action to shift gears and move in a different direction? Because again, if the doors keep getting closed, there is something that's the universe telling you, Gemini, that door is no longer going to serve you. You need to move to this door because this is the door that's going to bring success. And here it is. But you have to be self-disciplined and have that strong willpower in order to make things happen. Now we have the Knight of Swords here. The Knight of Swords is all about having those mental challenges with ourselves, right? Where we question ourselves, where we doubt ourselves, or do we sit there and say, woe is me, I can't get a job, woe is me, I can't do this, woe is me, I can't do that. We could sit there and do that, but then we're going to stay stuck. Or we can acknowledge it and change it, right? Be more optimistic, be more hopeful, have more faith. Because the Knight of Swords is all about being bold, right? It's about being bold, being analytical, taking action, taking that risk, being creative as we move about our business, right? Being creative as we take change, as we take action towards our change, right? Now, it could be risky, but everything else is. So do we stay stuck or do we take that risk? Because with this card being here, this Nine of Swords, it says if you take that risk, you will have success. And here it is with the Star and the Nine of Pentacles saying, and if I pick up this card and I have all this like this, the Star is towards the Nine of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords is looking towards that Nine of Pentacles. So in order for you to be successful, guys, we need to take that risk. What is that risk for you? What is that change for you, right? We need to overcome that doubt, that fear, because we're good at that, right? We self-sabotage ourselves all the time. We always overthink a situation, right? Well, what if I did this and I failed? Well, what if you did it and you succeed? Let's change that. Let's change the fail to succeed. What if you did it and you were successful, right? So the only way to overcome that is to take that bold step, to take that that first step towards this change, towards our success. Career, money, finance for Gemini, please. August 31st through September 6th, 2020. What does Gemini need to know? What does Gemini need to know? Spirit, August 31st through September 6th. Career, money, finance. All right. We have the Emperor, guys. We have the Emperor. I like these cards, the Fountain Tarot, because they're really, I don't know, they speak to me. They're very, I want to say bold, straightforward, right? The Emperor, if you look at this, the Emperor is all about structure and stability, but it's also about self-awareness, which is what I told you. Acknowledging your thing, right? Acknowledging, maybe I'm just fearful or doubtful that things will work out, but we don't know until we take that risk. With this Emperor is saying that you need to have that self-awareness to create your structure and the stability you're seeking. You need to take control with confidence, right? When you take control of your situation, of your mind, of your actions with confidence, you become successful. You become the Emperor, right? You become him. You become the Nine of Pentacles. You become successful in what it is that you're trying to accomplish. But until you actually do something, you're not going to know. You're not going to know, right? Now, we have the Seven of Swords. Now, some of you see things as a potential, but you're like, but I'm going to have a loss of some sort if I take this step forward. I'm going to have a partial loss, but I'm going to have a partial success. But this is all about taking that risk, and you're questioning this risk. You're like, well, I don't know. And some of you are like, this falls underneath the Star, the Nine of Pentacles. I hate to be all up in your reading, you guys, so I'm going to just do it like this. It falls under the Star, the Nine of Pentacles, and there's your Seven of Swords. You're questioning this risk, right? Should I not take this? But it's saying that if you do, you will be successful, right? Because to everything we may lose something, but we also may gain something. But we don't know until we take that step. Then you have the fountain card. In the fountain card, if you see, there's a light and a dark, right? You see that there's two shades on this card. The fountain is saying that you're going to gain clarity, you're going to gain full awareness of your situation. You're going to be acknowledge it, right? You're going to acknowledge it and be like, oh, right, I see this. This is what I need to do. But this is under the Nine of Swords and the Emperor. This is all about your structure and stability and taking control, right? And taking that risk towards this change. You gain that full awareness and you gain that clarity, and you're just like, you know what? I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to take this step, and then I'm going to see what happens. Because if I don't, you already failed if you didn't try. But if you try, you've already succeeded, whether you succeed or not. But you know what works and what doesn't work. That's the beauty of taking a risk. Because if you try one thing and you get a roadblock, it challenges you to rethink so you could overcome that roadblock. And that's exactly why we have that partial loss and partial success. Because we'll get there, but we need to be aware of the situation. We need to be fully aware. We need to have that full clarity. Our mind needs to be set free from any doubt, any fear, any worry, anything, anxiety, all of that. We just need to be fully aware and be ready to embark on that new path, right? Wow. We have the Empress. Now, I like that the Empress is here because it's saying that as long as you nurture yourself, right? As long as you continue to be hopeful and be positive and be optimistic, you'll reach that level of abundance and prosperity and stability. Things will come to fruition, but first through your actions, right? No, it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to come out of thin air. You got to take those actions. So let's take that risk, right? Let's move. Let's take that. And let's just go with the flow with it. Let's be fully aware of our situation, and let's acknowledge that, yes, we need to make some kind of change here. What is that change for you, right? Is it our mindset? Is it our course of action? Is it our plan? What is it that we need to be fully aware of that isn't working for us, and acknowledge it and tweak it and then take another risk, right? It's all about risk. It's just like when you go to a casino or when you play lottery. You buy a ticket, you put money in the slot or on the table. You don't know if you're going to win, but you try it. So that's the same thing with your life. That's the same thing with your career, with your jobs, right? With your business. It's a risk that you take. Now, we may lose some, we may win some. But unless we try, we're never going to move. We're never going to know. We're never going to know, will we have that prosperity? Will we have that financial abundance? Will anything ever happen to us? But first, you got to acknowledge these things. You got to be real. Be real with yourself. Like, is this real? Can I move in this direction? Will this happen for me? Yes, it can, but you got to take that risk. You got to make that change. And if you don't, then how do you know, right? How do you know? I don't know. I know that for my personal self, and I don't want to always use my experience, but it's the truth. And I like to share that with you because some of you need that. Some of you need an example to show you. You all know that I've been in human resources and payroll. I've been doing that forever. But I keep hitting roadblocks. I have a real estate license. And I'm moving in that direction. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money that I don't have, that, my kids have paid, that have been fees been put on credit cards. Do I know if I'm going to be successful? Will I get a lead? I don't know, but I have to try. I mean, being double licensed, California and Texas, something's got to give, right? That's how I see it. Doing these tarot readings. I still have my creative business where I make bags. I've sold probably over 16 fanny bags, you guys. 16 to one company. Because what they've done, this company has done, is bought each of their employees iPhones to answer their phone calls because it's a clinic. instead of using one phone, they're trying to minimize that germ spreading within the office. And so if you have your own phone, then you're responsible to clean it and all of that stuff, right? Well, they make sure that they clean it every, at the end of every day and the next morning. So they have fanny bags that I make, and they put their phone in there and their pins and cotton wipes. Not cotton wipes, alcohol wipes. And they use to wipe each time that they use their phone or whatever, right? Because you touch something, you touch the phone, you can get germs. So I've sold 16 bags, okay? And the prices range, the small ones from 35 to, 65 to a larger one. And they're not done ordering. I'm expecting another order, which this is amazing. I'm so grateful for that. But who knew fanny bags would come to a thing? But because it's a clinic and they wear, I forget what the heck they're called, scrubs, the phone would fall out, the pins would fall out because the pockets are so loose. And so I happen, actually my daughter works there, and I made her a couple because she would use them when she walked her dog. She'd put her phone in there, and the poop bags and all of that stuff. And so I made her another one for work, and everyone thought that was a good idea, and so they ordered it. And they're not done. There's a lot of employees there, so they're not done. And I'm expecting another order this week. So yeah, that's been big for me, the fanny bags, and that's how I've been sustaining myself. I may get a reading. You guys know that my business with the tarot isn't that great. YouTube has been very slow in catching up with subscribers and all that stuff. And, I need to make decisions once I start something else. Because, being in real estate, I want to focus 100%. I will never give up my creative business as far as what I make things. I enjoy that. I enjoy the tarot reading. But honestly, I've been doing this for 4 years, and it's just not happening for me the way that I expected it to or would like it to. Okay, enough of me. Let's get started. So we have the Page of Wands here. The Page of Wands is where you're going to get new ideas for this new business, right? This new opportunity, this new beginning. So here we are. We acknowledge things. We gain that full awareness. We gain clarity, and we're just like, yes, I got it. I know what I got to do. I know what I need to do now because this door keeps closing on me. And you move, right? You make this dramatic change. Or you just feel dramatic, whether it's a dramatic change or not, your energy is dramatic, and that's of excitement, that's of clarity, that's of acknowledgement, that's of you moving forward, right? I feel like some of you are going to get some kind of encouraging message here. You're going to get some encouraging message that's going to propel you. It's going to allow you to see what's in front of you and what needs to be changed. Then you have the outcome of the Chariot. That's when you take control and you move towards things, right? That's where you're like, you know what? Now I know. Now I see. Now I know what I got to do in order to make the change, in order to move forward, in order to have progress, right? And you triumph over those obstacles. You're motivated towards this journey, and you start to move forward here, Gemini. It's all about getting that full awareness. It's all about acknowledging your situation and being real with yourself. Slap yourself a couple times. Not for real though, but no, seriously. Really see, why is it there is no movement? Why? If you got to write something down, if you got to, sometimes that helps you when you actually see it in paper, right? Because then you're like, well, wait a minute, I've been doing this. Now, if I showed you guys my emails, I have thousands and thousands just this year alone of emails that I've sent for jobs. I mean, thousands. And how many rejections I got or no response I got. I mean, you would be like, wow, all that and you haven't got a job? I don't just apply one time a month or one time a week. No, I literally will look several times a day in different things. Remember companies and just look up their website. And I know that that's not the direction I need to go in. but it's a steady check, right? That's what we need. We need steady checks. We have bills to pay. But acknowledge that sometimes we got to change our plan, because that first plan that we were trying to accomplish isn't what we're meant to do. We need to take a different course of action here, right? We need to move in a different direction. And what is that? What is that for you? Because I feel like I know what it is for me. You know, do you have to start your own business? I mean, I'll be honest with you. The employment world doesn't look good. A lot of people, and I mean a lot, are turning to real estate or turning to opening their own business, you know, via online, because they see that, you know what, I haven't been called back from my job. Or if they got called back, as a reduction, you know, of pay or hours. And, you know, now things are just going to get a little bit harder for some of us. You know, it depends what it is that you do in your career. But things are going to get a little bit harder. Now, I can't stress enough how many people are turning to real estate thinking that they're going to become rich overnight because you watch $1 Million Listing or whatever. No, it's hard. I'm actually going to do another channel talking about the real estate industry and, you know, my career. It's almost like my documentation of how I'm starting, right? Because I want to see my progress. So I'm going to create this channel talking about real estate and being real, because a lot of people don't know that, yeah, you go and you do your courses, you do your exam. They don't know about all the fees that come after that. Anyways, what is that for you, you guys? What is it going to move you forward? Where do you need to gain clarity? You know, again, some of you are going to have some really encouraging messages, or maybe you talk to people. Maybe you're going to talk to someone and they're going to encourage you. And you're going to feel that motivation to take action towards what it is that you want. And the bottom of the deck, you guys, we have the Ace of Cups. Now, you know the Ace is all about a new beginning, emotional experience, you know, overflowing of abundance, new opportunities. But what kind of new opportunity is that for you, Gemini? What is that for you? Now, I'm going to clarify a couple cards for you, okay? Because, you know, that's what we do. All right. Divine Universe, Holy Spirit, and Guardian Angels, I ask that you please clarify this career, money, finance reading for Gemini, August 31st through September 6th, 2020. This year is almost over, you guys. I don't know. It's just so weird. This whole year has been weird. This whole situation has been weird, right? But don't let it affect you. This is supposed to push you out of your comfort zone. This is supposed to allow you to see what it is that you need to do. How is it that you need to change your thought process, your actions. For some of you, you're good, because a lot of you could, you know, it didn't really affect your industry. All right, Spirit, please clarify this career, money, finance reading for Gemini. Without honesty and integrity, August 31st through September 6th, 2020. I see a lot of changes coming your way. I really do. I see a lot of change. I feel like for a lot of you, there could be some sudden changes, and you're just going to have to just go with that flow, right? With this Just Be card, you're going to have to just go with it. Don't resist it, because it could turn out to be something really good. Okay? All right, the first thing I want to clarify is, let's clarify the Knight of Swords. Let's clarify the Knight of Swords, Spirit. Give us clarity on that for Gemini. Why is this Knight of Swords here for Gemini? Give us clarity on the Knight of Swords, please. The Knight of Swords. Why is this here? Why is this here, Spirit? Why is this Knight of Swords here? I'm getting that you need to acknowledge your losses, right? You need to be full aware of what you've lost and what you could gain, right? Overcoming the loss, overcoming the disappointment. It's time to take action. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So we have 4 cards clarifying the Knight of Swords, okay? Remember, the Knight of Swords is all about mental challenges and being bold enough to overcome any obstacles, right? Taking that risk, taking action, and being successful. But if we don't take a risk, we can't be successful, you guys. And here it is. We have the 6 of Swords that says it's time to move away from feeling that loss. It's time to move away from feeling that stress. It's time to move away from the failures, from disappointment, right? You know, you've worked too hard to just kind of stay there, stay in stagnation, stay in, you know, the way that you've been feeling. It's time to move away from that, okay? And that's what this talks about. The 6 of Swords is all about moving away. It's all about a new beginning, right? Overcoming the obstacles and overcoming all of that. The 8 of Pentacles is you work too darn hard. Why? You know, you need to focus, right? You need to focus on a different plan. You've worked too darn hard to stay there, right? The 8 of Pentacles is all about willing to take that, having, you know, willing to work hard to move forward, right? Because we have that 6 of Swords there, we have the Knight of Swords there. We have to overcome that. What is that you have to acknowledge what is holding you back? And that 6 of Swords is moving away to be successful, right? Whether it's our thoughts, a place, a situation, whatever. It's about focusing and working hard for yourself, right? Coming up with a plan to be successful. Because I feel like you've waited. You've long waited here with the 7 of Pentacles. This is waiting. For some of you, it's a long period of time. It's a long period of time. Years. It's years that you've been waiting. And now the 7 of Coins is being dedicated, right? Because it's all about having that dedication, having that patience, but your hard work, right? Your hard work and determination will be rewarded. If I can speak, will be rewarded. Because the next card you have is a Star. It's all about having success, all about dreams being fulfilled, but all about being positive, right? And being hopeful, having faith. Here we have the Star card, and here we have the Star card. It's all about having faith, right? Focusing. You need to focus on the direction that you want to take towards this beginning. Now, again, some of you may be like, well, you know, easier said than done, whatever. But you have to at least try, you guys. You can't just, you know, sit there and dwell on the negativity all the time. You have to make this change, right? You've worked too hard. I feel like some of you could, you know, be creating your own. You may be building your own business, creating it. You just need to be productive. Some of you are productive, and your focus is on creating this new beginning. Now, again, you really need to evaluate your situation. It's all about acknowledging, but being hopeful and having faith and taking that bold step forward in order to be successful here. Give us clarity on this Emperor for Gemini. Give us clarity on this Emperor for Gemini, August 31st. This is September 6th, 2020, Spirit. Give us clarity on the Emperor, please. Why is this Emperor here? Remember, the Emperor is all about taking control, right? Taking action in building that solid foundation, that structure, that stability. If you don't do that, if you don't take control, then you're going to stay in stagnation. Wow, you guys. The Emperor, remember, it's all about taking control, right? Taking control on what it is that you want, where it is that you're focused, you know, building that foundation, right? Building that solid foundation and having stability. It's having that self-awareness and having confidence in that you can be successful. But look at this, you guys. You will. Look at this financial abundance here. And not only that, but you have the 6 of Wands, where your finances are going to improve drastically here, okay? But remember, you need to take that action with confidence. Don't doubt it, okay? You guys, don't think back, think forward. Because this is all about financial stability. This is abundance. This is success. This is a strong business, right? This is security. But it also talks about, you know what, Gemini, you can be successful. You can and will be successful as long as you take those steps that you need, right? You can achieve your goals. You can have a positive change and have victory and have success no matter what challenge you have. But you have to first acknowledge it, be aware about what it is that you need to do in order for you to set that solid financial stability, right? What is it that you need to do? Be aware of your situation. Let's get clarity on the Seven of Swords. Let's get clarity on Seven of Swords for Gemini, please. August 31st through September 6th, 2020. Now, you guys' reading is always 30 minutes or so. I swear. Always. Okay. So, that Seven of Swords is all about a partial loss and a partial success, right? And you guys see a potential in something. You really do. I feel like you're ambitious. You see a potential in a different direction, but you question it. You question it. You betray your own self, honestly, because you're questioning everything that you do, and you need to not do that. Because look at this. We have the Ten of Swords where you're just kind of like self-sabotaging yourself on this journey that could be very successful for you, right? Because the Seven of Swords is like, wow, self-sabotage. You know, you're setting yourself back. You're setting yourself back, right? Some of you, this could be because it is a partial loss, but a partial success. You could, if you're employed, lose that job opportunity. Okay, that's why it's a partial loss and success, because you will lose that, but you're going to be successful in something else. And you guys, look at this. This is like the Nine of Swords, where you're stressed and anxiety, and you know, you're worried, and your mind is just overacting, right? And rightfully so, if you lose a job, because now you're like, oh my God, how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to do this? Or even if you're unemployed, how am I going to do this? You start a business, I have no finance, I have nothing. But look into it. There are resources, right? What is it that start with where you're at, start with what you have, and then figure it out. Because look at you guys, you have the Fool. You're worried about this beginning, you're worried about this journey, you're worried about this opportunity. And you're only setting yourself back. And we need to not focus on our loss. We need to focus on that journey, the opportunities. Some of you are going to feel so good, you're going to want to start your own business, right? But this is saying you need to trust the journey. Be more optimistic, right? I feel like something new and exciting is going to start for some of you, because you have this. Some of you are going to hear encouraging messages, or you're going to get an encouraging message which offers an opportunity. Because some of you, I feel like you're going to be receiving a job offer pretty soon, or you may get a prospect towards that, and you're feeling good about it. Okay, that's the feeling, the energy that I'm picking up, is that you're feeling good about this prospect. Whether it's a new career, a new job, whatever it is, I feel like you feel very good about it. You're feeling optimistic and positive about it. And that's the way to think. Okay, so I haven't even asked the question, but Spirit wants you to know that you can be very successful, right? You can have that financial freedom here, right? With the Sun card. The Sun card is all about having success, having that financial freedom, feeling good, being positive, improvements. But it also talks about new opportunities coming your way, prosperity, financial increases, and abundance and wealth, right? On this new beginning. But we need not to self-sabotage ourselves, because look at what else you guys got. This is feeling restraint, unhappy, destructive behavior. And we see that here, because here it is. Even with the Seven of Swords, I'm always thinking about, look at the 2 swords I've lost. Don't focus on that. Focus on the 5 swords that you won, right? 5 swords that are more successful. Who cares about the 2? You have 5. But you keep self-sabotaging yourself by saying you don't have the resources, or that you don't have the ability to do it. And then you're overthinking things, and you're stressing yourself out and giving yourself anxiety. You're worrying a lot, when you have a new path there that could be successful. But first, we got to let go of how we keep feeling restraint, or feeling like we can't move on this new journey. Yes, you will. Just keep up your faith. Be positive, you guys. Let's get clarity on the Page of Wands, please. Give us clarity on this Page of Wands. This Page of Wands is giving you a new beginning. It's giving you encouraging messages, right? Give us clarity on this Page of Wands, please. Why is this Page of Wands here? Give us clarity on this Page of Wands. clarity on this Page of Wands. Why is this here for Gemini, August 31st to September 6th, 2020? Clarity on the Page of Wands, please. Clarity on this Page of Wands. Clarity on the Page of Wands, please, Spirit. Why is this here for Gemini? Okay, Ten of Cups. So I said that you're going to receive some kind of encouraging message, or you're going to hear something about, that's going to allow you to move forward, right, with that Page of Wands. Because that Page of Wands is all about, it brings you, either you're going to have some new ideas, a new beginning, a job offer, and you're just feeling really dramatically happy about this. That's why you were feeling dramatic. But I felt it in a very positive way. So it's like you're feeling very dramatically happy about this new path that you're moving on. That Ten of Cups is like you're just overjoyed. Let's get clarity on the Fountain, please. Why is the Fountain here for Gemini, August 31st through September 6th, 2020? Why is the Fountain here for Gemini? Why is this Fountain here for Gemini, please? Why is the Fountain here? All right, we've got the Magician. I love it. Because remember, the Fountain is all about, going with the flow of things, right? Gaining that clarity that you needed, right? The Fountain was all about just being fully aware of what you have within you, what it is that you can do. And here it is with the Magician. And it's also just like being in that moment, right? Just be in that one moment. Don't think about the past. Don't think about the future, but just think about today and what you can accomplish today. So what is that for you? What can you start with today to better your tomorrow? That's how you have to look at it, right? We can't hold on to the past because that's just going to keep us there. And we can't think of the future because we're going to overthink the situation. We need to think about today. Where do we start today, and how do we improve our tomorrow, right? That's what this talks about. And then with that Magician there, it's saying, the Fountain is just about just being. And the Magician's like, you know what? Just be. You have the power within you to take that action towards your transformation. But you have to have confidence, and you have to have hope. You have to have faith, because that all works together, where then you create that new beginning. Okay, you guys? You create that new beginning. That's where you have that Chariot as your outcome, and it propels you to move forward. It propels you to take action. But the Magician is all about a new beginning. It's all about, things happening for you, right? You're going to overcome challenges. You will. But you have to have the right mindset to do that. And know that, you know what? I have this right now. I have that right now. I could start here, Even if it's as small as researching. To me, it's not small, because when you start the fact of, I want to start a business, or I want to change careers, and you start to research what it is that you really want to do, that's going to make you happy here, then that's your first step, right? That's your first step towards your tomorrow. And then maybe tomorrow you think about, okay, I've done my research here, let me further expand my next action. And that's how you create your plan of action. You find your niche. You move forward with that, right? And that's what this is saying. Use what you have to create your new beginnings, right? The Magician is saying you will have great expectations, but you have to, take action, and you have to have confidence, hope, and faith. All of that compiled into one gives you the drive to move forward, right? It gives you that drive to move forward. Now let's just get clarity on the Chariot. Give us clarity on the Chariot, please, for Gemini, August 31st through September 6th, 2020. Why is this Chariot here? Wow, you guys, I love it. We have the Nine of Pentacles, and the Judgment. So you're going to move towards financial independence here, you guys. You are going to move towards financial independence. And with that Judgment card there, it's saying that it is time. It is your time, right? It is your time to have that change of status from worried and barely making it towards a new beginning, right? Towards money and contracts, towards something good, right? But something good is coming your way. So there is a second chance. There's a change of status. There's a new beginning. For others of you that are not looking to change, your work is going great. You're happy. Things are just going good for you. Some of you could expect an unknown promotion because, you know, they've limited staff and they see your ability now, and now they're like, yeah, let's promote Gemini. Let's promote Gemini to the next phase because look at how great they work. Look at how they multitask. Look at how detailed and organized they are. There you go. There's your unknown promotion there, you guys. Like, wow, your reading is amazing. And I really feel like you're going to move into something really good here. But again, you have to take that action, right? You have to take that first bold action. And what is that for you? You know, wow, you guys, I was only shuffling the cards lightly and this came out. You're going to gain clarity. Remember, I said you have to be full aware. And here's that Ace of Swords that says you're going to gain clarity here, Gemini. I love it. I love that you're going to see that. And you're going to see the truth of the matter, of your situation. And you're going to say, you know what? I have new ideas towards my new beginning. And I'm going to create this new plan. And I'm going to be victorious because I'm going to focus. And I'm going to have that fresh start that I deserve. I'm going to have that fresh start that I deserve because I'm going to be focused. I have the mental clarity now. I see what isn't working and I see what I need to change so that I can have that success. I love it. Don't allow yourself to stay back, you guys. Don't allow yourself to stay back because all it's going to do is allow someone else to take your spot. It's going to allow someone else to shine. And you deserve to shine. You deserve this opportunity. For those of you unemployed, for those of you wanting a business, you deserve this. Okay, you deserve this. And those of you that are not even having to deal with, I don't have a job, I don't know what to do, my finances are low, or I have no finances. You're going to be successful. You know, you're successful. You're successful and you know this. And you're blessed. You're truly blessed. But those of you looking for new work, changing your careers, wanting a business, here it is. You gain that clarity. I honestly feel that you're going to be very encouraged this week. Actually, I feel like from September, you're really going to change your mindset and you're really going to take these actions that you need to take to be successful. All right, Gemini, I hope that you enjoyed the reading. Be blessed and we'll talk soon.